personal reasons that I am building up my entrepreneurial skills. Um, well, first, I like a lot of people do not enjoy my job. There are some people who are okay with settling or being uncomfortable at a job in that way, and I guess that's okay. But I've had enough jobs to know that it doesn't work for me. And there are different jobs across different industries in different places. So it's not like, and doing a whole bunch of different things. So it's not necessarily the job. It's me. I don't want to do it. I am, in fact, struggling very hard to do this job and many jobs that I don't really care about. And I could go to another job, but again, that's still part of the problem. I don't want to go to a new job that I hate and then start the cycle just over again. So there's that. And I don't want to be taken care of. Recently, I realized that, like, if it were just me without my partner, like, bitch, I'd be dead. Like, I'd be living in a box somewhere, and I do not want that. Like, I do not want to not be able to take care of myself. And it's not that I wouldn't be able to take care of myself, because I think I could. It's just the lifestyle that I have now, that I have become accustomed to, like, would definitely change. So that's something that I definitely want to change too. And then another reason I want to get better at my entrepreneurial skills is I want to actually get good at the skills themselves. Like, I want to be a good marketer. I want to be a good salesperson. I want to be a good content creator. I want to be persuasive. I want to be engaging and, entertaining to look at, all of those things. And also, if I'm being honest with you, I want to make some money. I'm trying to make some money so that I don't have to do this job anymore, like we discussed before. And also, not just this job, but have a job. Like, I want my income to be generated from me, whether that's my interest or my, I don't know, skill or whatever. Like, I don't want to be dependent on a job, because in this time, like, and I guess at any time, honestly, that job could be taken away, like that. The job can decide that, oh, they're going to cut 10 or 20% of the workforce, which, not workforce, of their workforce, which is something that's been happening a lot recently, and with a whole bunch of big tech companies. So, and I understand that, economic cycles, they happen, and, you know, declines and depressions and recessions and all of those things are just part of the economic cycle. But I don't want to be so influenced by that. I don't want to be so influenced by, the interest rates going up. So now my employer is trying to cut 10% of the workforce, and I don't have any say on if I whether on whether I get to say or not. Like, I don't want to be in that position, especially since I know it is very likely. And I've known a bunch of people that are have just been in this position. I know people who are at companies who have had sweeping layoffs just like this. And honestly, with the way that things are going in the world, it's probably going to continue for a while. And again, I don't want to be one of those people who loses everything, honestly, or has their livelihood so tied to a job that losing that job would, I don't know, drastically change your whole life. And then also, I want to build my entrepreneurial skills and make more content so that I can, like, just catalog those experiences. Like, I'm not going to be young forever. So I want to be able to look back on some of the stuff that I did and some of the stuff I learned, the experiences that I had, and hopefully remember them a lot better. But then also, I want to have those experiences be able to help other people. So whether they're on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or wherever, if someone has access to this video or the experience that I had, then it may help them to move a lot further, move a lot farther in life faster. And yeah. Then also, I really believe that entrepreneurship is like it was the past, but I think it's also going to be the future with, again, a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in the world. I think that really there's probably going to be a day where your entrepreneur skills will decide on whether you'll eat or not. And that sounds kind of dim, kind of angsty, but honestly think that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, and when it does, if it does, I want to be prepared. Whether it does or not, honestly, I still want to be prepared because I don't want to live like this. I don't want to work at a 9 to 5 until I'm 65 or 70. Like that's another 30 years. That truly sounds like hell. And I would rather spend the 2 or 3 years of mistakes that it's going to take to be an actual, money generating entrepreneur. That's fine. I'd rather do that than do this for 30 plus more years because fuck that. And then going back to that shadow work, I have been doing a lot of shadow work recently, and I've just been, and that, and the, learning more about entrepreneurship and blah, 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 reading all those good things, more videos, more podcasts. I've been learning a lot of stuff about myself too. One thing that I learned is I need to follow my interests. I think one of the reasons I've had so many jobs before, and one of the things that's tripping me up is that I have been trying to be practical. And it's not that I shouldn't be practical, everybody should be practical. But also, there should be a balance with following your interests because if you're too practical and the thing that you're doing is something that you hate, then you're going to spend all of your time hating what it is that you're doing. But if you spend all of your time just trying to pursue your passion without being practical, then that's a recipe for disaster, for living on, really on, I don't know, on the streets, on. So another thing that I also learned about myself, or another perspective change that I got, is just because I can do something doesn't mean that I should do something. For example, getting another job. just because I can get another job, is that going to solve my problem? And that's going to force me to think deeper about what my actual problems are, what it is that I actually want out of life. Because money can only take you so far, especially if we happen to move into a place where money isn't as important, right? So then another thing I was thinking and on that I am, I guess, picking up about myself from the shadow work is, excuse me, a lot of the things that I've been seeing are distractions, and I've had to exercise a lot of discernment on how to decide what's actually a really good opportunity and what's going to help me get closer to my goals versus what's a distraction from my goals. Because some of these distractions, just like this new job opportunity that popped up within the last couple days, the copywriter opportunity, like copywriter opportunity. Some of them are really good opportunities. They seem like they could be a lot of fun. They seem like they would be in a place, or I would be in a place where I'd be able to learn a lot, where I'd be able to grow, where I'd be able to do a lot of things and have a lot of new experiences. But will that distract me from my goal? And if it's going to distract me from my goal, is it worth it? Because if it distracts me from my goal, which is the thing that I've decided is going to ultimately make me happy, am I going to get back to this same point that I'm at right now later down the line, where I've been in this for a while, and the newness, or the, you know, the allure, the bright and shininess of this new opportunity has worn off? Will I be where I'm at right now, questioning if this was a good opportunity, if this is what I should have done, if this has helped me get closer to my goals? And whew, and all of those things have really just made me realize that I have to do something different. It's going to be weird. It's going to be uncomfortable. There are going to be so many times where I feel like, oh, this may not be the right decision. Oh, I could just do this other thing instead because it would be quicker, it'd be easier, it'd be less uncomfortable. But I have to do something different if I want different results. I cannot keep doing the same shit over and over again, jumping from one opportunity to another and thinking that that's going to be the fix to all my problems. I don't think it is. So, I'm doing something different. I'm sticking to this content thing. I feel deeply in my spirit that that is also going to be a deciding factor of people's lifestyles in the future. Not only your entrepreneurial skills, but the amount of consistent content you make. Because I do believe we're moving even more into an era where people are buying things based off of people that they know, that they like, people that they trust, people that they've seen, people that they're, exposed to, or that they feel connected to. And a big way that people are doing that is making content. Because what better way to communicate one to many than with making content? So, yeah. Those are some of my experiences, or what I'm working on, why I have to keep going with with building my skills, with trying new things, putting myself out there, making more content, doing all of everything I can to get better, to move away from where I'm at now, to make content creation a full-time job for me. And also, if you got any value out of this video, then drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and stop back for the next one.